Hello and welcome and happy Friday. It's This Is Going Well, I Think, with David Cooper, and I'm David Cooper. It's This Is Going Well, I Think, the show where no one's listening and no one cares. And after today, I really think no one will be listening and no one will care. It's the show where every episode's the last one, and this one might really be the last one. Today, a funeral. Here's something I did on the radio last year in response to complaints that I told the same joke too many times. I'm really proud of this, and I'm not proud of it because it was really good. I'm proud of it because it's so stupid. If I should go tomorrow, it would never be goodbye, for I have left my heart with you. So don't you ever cry. The love that's deep within me shall reach you from the stars. You'll feel it from the heavens, and it will heal the scars. Amen. Amen. And let the funeral for the Netflix and drill joke commence. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, gentlemen. We have gathered here to celebrate the life and soon death of a once great joke. My relation to the joke, I was its author. I am David Cooper, and I will be your masters of ceremonies for tonight. Now, the joke, the Netflix and drill joke. Was it a good joke? No. Was it a great joke? No. Was it a terrible joke? Yes. And it was my joke. It was my only joke. The only joke I've ever written. The only funny thing that I have ever done. And today, we mourn its final telling. We do. We do. Now, it was a cold winter day when the inspiration for this joke came to me. You know, no one knows when I came up with it exactly, but I will tell you a little inside secret to the mind of a genius comedy writer. Amen. My original version, the punchline was not Netflix and drill. It was Netflix and fill because of fillings. But drill, it just had a better fit. It's so much more violent, so much more clear. You know, fill requires some imagination at the dentist to go from fill to fillings. But drill was much more to the point. And so that is how the joke came to be. My girlfriend came back from the dentist and she said there was a TV there, and on the TV you could watch whatever you want. And so I said, Netflix and drill. So let us bow our heads as we lay this joke to rest and say, Amen. As master of ceremonies, I call to the podium our first speaker, none other than radio personality, Jim Richards.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here tonight to say goodbye to a joke that deserves a funeral after David Cooper drove it into the ground. In fact, he drove it to Ottawa and back. Pardon me, part of the trucker convoy drove it so much. A joke that I say unto you deserves a funeral because while this joke was funny, you can't spell fun or funeral without the F-U-N. That joke that we mark and we lay to rest, as said yesterday several times. Correction, as said yesterday probably 3,000 times by David Cooper. That joke is as following. My girlfriend recommended her dentist. She said, "You'd like him. There's a TV where you can stream anything while they're working on your teeth. And I said, so it's like Netflix and drill? Oh, wait a second. Let me read that again. My girlfriend recommended her dentist, saying I'd like them. There's a TV there where you can stream while they work on your teeth. And I said, Netflix and drill? All right, joke's now in a better place now. A better place. The only place where jokes and people don't have problems. That joke is now in the joke cemetery. But more important than anything else, beloved, that joke is no longer around this show or associated with David Cooper.
Thank you, Jim Richards. Do you clap at a funeral, Tony? I don't know.
Probably not, but
Those were
I was crying, to be honest.
It was sad. I laughed. I cried. It was a great eulogy. We will hear from many people tonight. We will hear from many, many of our friends, our loved ones, our contributors, our collaborators, our producers, and of course, me, master of ceremony. All right, up next, we have from This Week in Science, Dan Riskin, who has a thing or two to say about this joke. We call him to the podium. Now, Dan Riskin, please join us.
When David Cooper first told that joke, I remember thinking, this probably won't be that funny. It's probably just another joke that's going to come and go from my life, like any other. But I was born again in the glory of that joke, and I'm forever changed by it. It is a great joke. It is very funny. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That, I think his kids were running around in the background. All right, that concludes some words from Dan Riskin at the great funeral of the Netflix and drill joke. We will do one final telling before this funeral is out. And we will also do several other tellings before this funeral is out. For example, right now, I have a short version of the joke, the original short version of the joke. You've not heard this short version because, well, long form is what we do here. But the short version is as follows. Girlfriend, you'd like my dentist. There's a TV. Me, Netflix and drill, ? Amen, amen, amen. Tony, you are a Catholic man. Is there something in the Catholic tradition that you might impart upon us today? And would you like to say a few words?
I'd like to start with In nome de Padre, Figlio e Spirito Santo.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo?
That was video games for Catholics. Up, down,
up,
left,
down,
right.
Up, left, right, down, up, down, up, down, left, down,
that was
up,
it.
down, left, right. Go.
Today is a sad day as we lay to rest. A joke which had a short life, but a full life. We heard you at least hundreds of times, an hour. It was a strong joke, an inspiration for other jokes that may come after it. Netflix and pill. Maybe. I listened and I learned from this joke. It even kept me on my toes. And because as I was listening for it, the thousands of times it was being told, I had to be ready for this.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Dearest joke, thank you for being such a big part of my radio life.
Thank you.
You will not be forgotten.
Tony Tedesco, everyone. Some thoughtful words. We now call upon our contributor, Tony Five. He joins us now from London, England, to give a few words.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Five calling from England, and I'll be on a little bit later on tonight. I'm here now standing at the side of a coffin containing the Netflix and drill joke. It's raining, it's heavy, and with a heavy heart, we lay it to rest, finally. Most of you will consider it a celebration. I would love to cremate that joke if we could be in a tangible form. It was never funny to begin with. It's not funny now. Most people watch Netflix. Many people would want to drill themselves after the Netflix. And now I would like to sing a hymn. I won't, but I would like to sing a hymn. And it's very similar to when we lost Prince Philip. The whole nation is grieving, and I hope you all can get over it. David will probably put up a helpline for grief counsellors after this as a public service announcement. But finally, we will put that to rest. And God bless everyone. God bless the Titanic, and God bless you all. Merry Christmas.
You heard the man. God bless the Titanic, and God bless all of you. We now call Carmi Levy. Carmi.
I'm Carmi Levy. You might know me as the tech guy, but you know what? I appreciate a good joke too. Unfortunately, this one wasn't. I'd like to say that we're gathered here today, but we're not. David, thank you for making the effort anyway to bring us joy at a time when there is none. But unfortunately, this joke sucked. This is not Netflix and drill. It's Netflix and thrill. Whatever that means to you, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't really care. All I care about is that David continues to share jokes, good, bad, indifferent. I don't really care either way. But keep throwing them out on air, on your Twitter account. Maybe we'll laugh. Maybe we'll cry. Maybe we'll throw some profanities your way, but at least we'll be amused and entertained. Thank you and good night.
All right, there's Carmi Levy. And we are here celebrating the death of a joke. We'll come back. We'll hear from our former producer, Lydia, our current producer, Ben, and a few others. And finally, this joke will be laid to rest. Amen. Hear ye, gather round, for we are having a funeral for a joke. For those just tuning in, I am the master of ceremonies, the joke's author, and really the one organizing this whole funeral, laying a joke to rest that was so funny that when it was first told but 3 nights ago, someone out there might have said, that was an okay joke. And then when I told it about 193 times again, people started getting mad. And I listened to the people. I said, there will come a time when I retire this joke. And ladies and gentlemen, that time is now. The joke, of course, my girlfriend recommended her dentist. She said, I would love that dentist. There's a TV at that dentist. And you can watch it and stream whatever you like while they work on your teeth. And I responded, Netflix and drill. That is what happened. Now a poem. A somber, somber poem. Don't cry for me, for now I have died, for I am still here by your side. My body is gone, but my soul is here. Please don't shed another tear. I'm still here, I'm all around, only my body lies on the ground. I'm the snowflake that kisses your nose. I am the frost that nips your toes. I am the sun bringing you light. I am the star shining so bright. I am the rain refreshing the earth. I am the laughter. I am the mirth. I am the bird up in the sky. I am the cloud that's drifting by. I am the thoughts inside your head. I am the joke that when you hear, you wish you were dead. And now, as master of ceremonies, I call to the podium our former producer, Lydia.
I'm Lydia, fan and former producer. We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of not a great joke, but an okay joke. It was funny the first time David Cooper made this joke, but then, like ear cancer, he repeated the joke ad nauseum. It became less and less funny each time he told it. As much as I hate going to the dentist, I would rather have a root canal than be subjected to David's dental joke one more time. I actually thought my radio was broken when the joke kept repeating, or that it was some kind of unclever and incredibly tired Groundhog Day gag. But alas, it was not. It was merely David being David and thinking he could tell the same joke for 5 hours and we would still find it funny. Even David's mother, Clara, found it all incredibly disappointing, both the joke and, frankly, David. She has asked that David change his last name in order to distance herself from this train wreck of a show. If I hear Netflix and drill one more time, I'm going to Netflix and kill.
Amen. Amen. And there she goes, Lydia, our former producer. The joke, of course, my girlfriend went to the dentist. She said, there's a TV there. I said, Netflix and drill. Amen. Amen. And we will do one telling of the joke before the break, the final telling of perhaps the most mediocre joke ever told. And now we call our current producer, Ben Harrison, to the podium.
This is producer Ben. The act of producing is a humble one, and the role of the producer is one of humility and simple communication. I would say that when it comes to the role of the host in communicating life, stories, jokes even, the role of the producer is to guide that host through life, its ups and downs and its journeys. And when it comes to jokes, part of that is the punchline and part of that is when to say goodbye. And I think here, as we've gathered today to say goodbye to this joke, we have truly seen it grow, blossom, develop, and become something bigger than ourselves, really. I think that's the incredible thing about storytelling, about humor, about comedy, is knowing when to say goodbye and knowing when to bury the joke. As producer, I feel a certain responsibility to both my host and to you, the listener, that it must be time to say goodbye to this joke. And I'm so grateful that we've all gathered today to once and for all give our final farewell to the incredible, well-rounded, multifaceted joke, Netflix and drill.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen, Ben. Thank you, Ben. I'm David Cooper, master of ceremonies here at the funeral for the most mediocre joke ever told in the history of radio. For what I thought was a great idea. You know, in earnest, I thought if I just repeated it about 100 times, it would hit that wonderful point where the humor of repetition just becomes so funny that people would love me. The people would love me and crown me the king of late night radio. But I flew too close to the sun, much like Icarus. And of course, you all know what happened. I told it one too many times, and now we must lay the Netflix and drill joke to rest. I called to the podium Natasha Vinnick from our segment, Oops, I Dated Again.
This is Natasha Vinnick from Outside a Winery. We're gathered here today to mourn the passing of this beautiful joke that David told for a whole day straight. Before I heard this joke, my life was dark. There was no hope. And then David said Netflix and drill, and I was like, wow, maybe there is something to live for. So thank you for that, David. It's a lot better than tooth hurting. So there's that.
Amen. There's that. The joke a lot better than tooth hurting. You know, I'm modeling the way that I'm speaking right now, going into these weird kind of fast ways of talking and then talking softly after the rabbi who helped me get bar mitzvahed. Am I doing a good job? I don't know. I just don't know. Dearly beloved, we are here. It is a somber day, and the funeral for the Netflix and drill joke is about to end. One final telling, and we will lay the joke to rest. I call to the podium Tony Tedesco. Any final words in our last moments here, Tony, that you must say about this joke?
All I can say is I'm happy that it's finally being put to rest.
Amen.
And hope we never resurrect it again, because it just, it belongs in the ground at this point.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. And now for one dramatic telling of a joke so mediocre, we enraged our audience. Several of you told me, stop telling the joke for goodness sake. And yet, I kept telling it and telling it and telling it. And that leads us here. So joke, I leave you to the ground. You know, my girlfriend, she went to the dentist and she said you'd like them. There's a TV there where you can stream anything while they work on your teeth. Anything at all on the television while they work on your teeth. And so I said to her,